excited that you made your way up to Shamineau. Enjoy your stay. Visit the horses, but don't eat the hay. Okay. Down at the waterfront, it's mighty fine. At the ropes course, there's an awesome zip line. I think I'll end this with the number 9, and I don't know what that means. I just came out and said it. Don't know if we are ever gonna get it. I wish I had a point, but I probably won't get it. Glad you're here at Camp Shamineau. We'll learn together, we'll have a good time. I can't say that I've ever punched a mine, even though we had it coming, and I don't know what that means. I just came out and said it. Don't know if we are ever gonna get it. I wish I had a point, but I probably won't get it. Glad you're here at Camp Shamineau. Glad you're here at Camp Shamineau. Glad you're here at camp. Glad you're here at camp. Glad you're here at Camp Shamineau.
Hi guys, my name is Tucker Dan, otherwise known as Jack. Today's theme is survival, and I am here to teach you about survival. Today's sponsor is actually Endure. That's on our YouTube channel. If you go to Camp Shamineau on YouTube, you'll be able to see those videos. If you could like and subscribe all of those videos, we have about 9 of them. They're about 10 minutes long, and they're some of the best content out on YouTube right now. They're basically Survivor, but like a million times better. So go ahead and go watch that. Right now, actually, we have a trailer for that, so let's go watch that.
Right now, we're on our way to Camp Shamineau's Adventure Island, where 11 high school and college-age students will survive for 5 days with limited food and supplies. With help from counselors, campers will have to survive in the elements and compete against each other to see who will endure. The one that endures will claim the prize of $1,000. Join us to see who will endure.
Alrighty guys, so that was our Endure trailer. If you want to learn more about that, like I said, go to our YouTube channel and watch it all there. They're pretty good. I've seen them myself. They're pretty nice. Anyways, a reminder, as always, if you're watching right now, live, you get 1,549 cabin points for everybody who's watching. If you're watching later, you get, let's say 853. Boom. You guys got those. Make sure you're keeping track of those all week, and next week be able to tell us how many cabin points your family has gotten. That way we'll be able to tell you what family won. let's see. Also, a reminder to post all the things that we do on our stream to Facebook and tag us in there. Hashtag Camp Shamineau Live. If you could do that, we'll give you cabin points for that as well. So now, I will tell you some fancy survival jokes. What do you call a fish without an eye? Anybody? Anybody? I don't know. It's a fish. Get it? Because it doesn't have the letter I. It's pretty funny. Also, how do pickles enjoy a day out? How do they do it? I don't even know. I don't think anybody knows. Oh my goodness, Logan's here. I love Logan. He's so cool. Anyways, how do pickles enjoy a day out? They relish it. Ha! That's so funny. I like that one. That one's near and dear to my heart. Also, what is a tornado's favorite game to play? Anybody know? Maybe? I see somebody knows. Twister. Get it? Because they spin a lot, and when they spin, they just, twist. And it's a game with colors. It's a good game. Trust me. I can do it sometimes. What do you call a funny mountain? Does anybody know? Anybody? Hilarious. Because it's high. Mountains are high and tall, and they're hilarious. Anyways, and then for your very last joke, where do rocks like to sleep? Anybody know? I don't know. Let's find out. Oh, bedrock. That's funny. Yeah. So anyways, right now we're going to go to our vlog with Callie. Can't wait to see that. Go ahead.
Hey guys, it's me, Callie. So today's survival day, and I'm at home with my mom and dad and my sister, and I decided that to really, really, truly survive, I was gonna have to change my environment. So I'm gonna go out to our treehouse, and I grabbed everything I thought I would need to survive. For example, I'm wearing my dad's sliders. See, I thought they would give me good traction, and they would just allow me to sneak up on my prey. Oh, look, here's a perfect stick for attacking. Okay, it's pretty twisty, so I can poke. Okay, so here we are. Let me show you where I'm at. There it is. Oh, I got plenty of firewood. Oh, I forgot matches. Oh, that's okay. Okay, here we go. I don't know how I'm gonna hold on my gear. Alright. Alright. Ooh, these stairs are kind of wobbly. Okay. I'm almost there. I'm on the second layer. Look at everything we can see. Nature, right? Oh, I think I see a wolf. Oh no, it's just my neighbor's dog. Okay. Alright, I hope I survive out here. I was thinking about how much nature I know about. Truth is, I don't even really know what poison ivy looks like. Okay. Here we are. The tree fort. So I got my nice hunting stick. I was hoping maybe I could find a spigot, so I grabbed some hot cocoa. And I have a couple mints. That's all I brought. Maybe I should have brought a blanket. Or a cup for my... I hear something. Oh, it's a squirrel. Wow, surviving in nature is so fun. Oh, I don't have any service out here, though. That's okay. Okay. Survival. Oh, I didn't bring any, toilet paper or towels. Well, I guess I can use all those leaves. That should be fine, right? No big deal. Maybe I can, call my mom and ask her to bring me out some lunch. Maybe I should have thought this through a little more. Maybe I might go inside, grab my hammock. It's kind of boring out here without like a book or anything to do. Let's go see if we can have some adventures. So after I climbed down from the tree fort, I realized I forgot my hunting stick up there and I didn't want to crawl back up and get it. So I picked a new one. I think this one's better. What you think? It's got lots of spears on the top, so depending on what I'm throwing at. Okay, I'm gonna practice my javelin throwing. Can you see it? Ready? All right, I caught some trees. I think that's a pretty good first try. Oh, there's some thorns there. Maybe I should have worn like bushwhacking stuff. Let's see. Oh, hey, look. There's a nice fire pit. Maybe I can figure out how to do the thing with like using the sun to start a fire. Here, let's maybe put some birch bark in here. A nice birch. Okay, ready? Sun. Is it working? I don't think it's working. Look at these nice leaves. Great for toilet paper. I think it'll work really well. Okay, well, I think if I've learned one thing from this experience, that is that you guys should maybe prepare a little more if you want to go try to survive out in the wilderness, but that's just from personal experience. Try it however you want. Oh, hey, look, here's some acorns. Maybe we can try to eat those. Let's see. Oh, no, they're really hard. That was gross. All right, well, thanks for joining me on my survival day. I think I'm going to go back inside now and maybe, like, take a shower or something. I don't know. Okay. Bye, guys.
Well, see, that was a little interesting, considering Callie left her matches here. That's a little awkward. Anyways, and her hunting stick wasn't as cool as mine. Mine here is a standard Home Depot sink plunger, and it caught me my biggest fish ever. Little did you know, if you stick a lighter underwater, and it attracts fish. So what you do is you go, "Hoya!" and you just plunge the fish, and it'll be attached to a stick automatically. It's really cool. Anyways, also, don't eat acorns. That's not good for you. Make sure you have the correct gear when you go out surviving, because if Callie was going to do that, she might have not made it home. But that's not a big deal, because she was very close to home, and she would have made it home. Also, make sure you're tuning in next week, Monday at 3 o'clock. We have a big surprise for everybody who's watching live, but that's about it. Let's move on to our random skill of the day with Jackson.
Hello, today I'll be showing you how to make some cookies. So, first you'll need some sugar, just regular plain white sugar, and you'll mix in 1.5 cups to your bowl. Next, you'll want brown sugar, and so you'll want 2 cups of brown packed sugar. After that, you'll need 3 sticks of butter and 1/2 cup of shortening. But if you don't have shortening, you can mix in just another stick of butter. So we'll put all of that in there, and we'll start mixing. And when I'm done mixing, we'll get back to you. Bye. All right. Now I've mixed all of that butter, sugar, and brown sugar together. We're going to add some eggs, so we'll add 3 eggs into it. We'll add some salt and baking soda. So both of them are 1.5 teaspoons, so we'll add all of that into there. And then also a teaspoon of vanilla extract. So that'll give it a little more flavor. And now we'll mix that all up, and I'll be back to you when it's done. So now, after you have mixed all of that together, we are now going to mix our flour and our chocolate. So you'll mix in about half your flour or so, and then add your chocolate chips so that they get mixed in well with it, and then you'll finish off with the rest of your flour. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I finished mixing up my cookie dough, and so now I'm going to take small pieces of cookie dough out, and I'm going to make them into little balls and put them on the tray. So this batch should make about like 80 or so cookies, if you do them the right size. But you can just make one giant cookie, and I'll show you why the giant cookie is so good. So, I am going to now put the cookies in the oven for 9 minutes or so, and we will see how they turn out. Alright, so I pulled them out of the oven. They're hot, and I'll show you why the cookies are so good to be bigger. Alright, so I'm out here in the wild, and I brought my cookies along. So I have a little tip for you. If you didn't know, if you break a cookie in half, you'll get double the amount of cookies. If you break it in half again, you'll get even more. So that's a little tip for you. Just keep breaking it in half, and you get way more food.
I'm gonna be out of here. Hello. If you didn't see before, this is Bethany's guitar that she made a while ago. It's also great for hunting moosin. If you don't know, if you pluck it like this, a lot, and then you grab your fancy Nerf pistol, you go, moosin, where are you? And you see one, and you go, ah, pew, and eventually you might get a moosin to just love you enough to come home and eat cookies with you, like Jackson made. So next we have something to do, because sometimes you're bored at home, and this one's with Emily this time.
Hello everyone, it's Emily again. I've got a little something to do today. So as you can see, I am wearing brown on brown currently, and it's because I'm out in nature and I'm being a tree. See, I probably disappeared there. You probably lost me. Don't worry, I'm still here though. I'm just really good at blending in. So, my little something to do. It's kind of advice on how to survive outside. It's really helpful if you know your surroundings. So like right here, I've got another tree, and then there's a tree, and there, yeah, trees. So it's important to know that I have trees around me and like not mountains, because it'd be kind of awkward if I like said I was gonna go survive in the mountains and then I'm just sitting with a tree there. But sometimes I also like to I like to make friends with the animals. See, there's a goose there. He's probably a silly goose. I'm gonna approach him. Hello goose. Hello. May I interview you? Oh. But Mr. Goose, may I interview you? Can you explain more? What's it like being a goose? I think he's camera shy. Well, yeah, so if I wouldn't have gone out in nature today, I wouldn't have met this goose. We're probably friends now. Bye, goose. Okay, well, that's all I have. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and remember to survive in nature.
So that goose, if you didn't know, thought he was on Shop Talk with Kevin. It's a little awkward sometimes when the goose doesn't know, but that's just how it goes sometimes. Next, we have Surviving with Zach. Take that how you will. Let's see Zach now.
Well, hello up there. I bet you're wondering why I'm in this tree. Well, I'm tree inspecting. Checking out the trees. Because trees are very useful for survival. They're very sturdy. They're great for shelter. You know what else trees are good for? They're great for survival. Because of that shelter, and because bark, you can eat this stuff. Scratch that. Scratch that. That was, don't eat them. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to figure out how to make trees. They need a solid foundation and, can you see me? Let's see. Solid foundation, something outside of it, and like sticky out parts. Okay, oh, you know what? I think I got the start of one right here. Okay, here we go. Trees, right here. So, take the wire and we'll thread it, fold it in half, put a bunch of strips of paper in between. Okay, see that? Now, I put a little glue in here because I'm in a tree and things fall apart very easily. Also, you could call the glue bark, which doesn't taste very good. And then you twist it. Watch this. Got my pliers. Grab here. Twist with the other hand, like this. Now, it's not going to look like much at first, but over time, it'll start looking a little more tree-like. See that? It's the start of our tree. Now, here's the thing. It's not the right shape. It needs to be more angular. See, the top is just as big as the bottom, and that's a problem. Luckily, I brought my handy dandy scissors right here, and we're just gonna slice up the tree like this. Okay. Don't worry, I will clean up. But you just slice it up like this to make it more tree shaped. Okay. Oh. It's a little more difficult when you're figuring it out. After all, luckily I have this tree right here for guidance. That looks pretty close. So now this is pretty good, but the one last thing to improve it would be to separate these individual branches, because tree branches, I don't know if you can tell, but tree branches, they go out. See that? Out. They aren't all together, okay? So, just like this tree, we want to separate the branches like that, okay? And that's going to make it look even more tree-like. This is getting pretty close. I think I'll finish it later, but there's your tree. Tree? Tree. Now you can have trees at home, no matter where you are. It's great. Now I gotta get down. Oh. Hang on. I'll see you later, okay?
See, that was very interesting because Zach there had a tree he was making while in a tree. Get it? If you guys don't know already, this is my bear best friend, Reginald. He has pokey teeth, all sorts. Don't get poked by them. They're very sharp. But he's a very nice bear. He's, like I said, his name is Reginald. Anyways, so if you guys don't remember, the weekly verse for this week is Jeremiah 29:11. If you guys can send us a video of you memorizing that, that'd be amazing, and we'll probably even give you cabin points. Up next is unboxing with Lisa.
Hi! I'm Lisa, and if you've seen me before, we've done some unboxing. So today, I ordered this thing that I think you're really gonna like. Straight from Utah, not Canada this time. I think it may be from Utah. I guess I don't really care. It's the first state that came to my mind. So we're gonna open it together. All right, so we're gonna get down here. As you can see, my cool and nifty hat. Oh, you never wanna rip what's inside of it with the knife, but that's all I got. So, wow, they really taped this up good today. Whew. Good old-fashioned duct tape. Looks really good packaging. Oh, yes. Okay, they bubble wrapped this with good things too. Oh, yes. This is terrific. Okay, there's instructions. Make your own snare. If you don't know what a snare is to catch animals. Or maybe other things, I don't know. So, we're gonna make a snare. This looks like a good spot to try to catch an animal too. So, this rope, along with some more rope that I think maybe has been pre-cut. There we go. All right, we're gonna tie a big loop. I think it says to do like, depends on how big of an animal you wanna buy. And then you wanna tie a slip knot, which I don't think that's probably a slip knot, but I think it'll work. All right, so this looks like a good spot. I'm gonna make like a little hole so the animal thinks that it wants to go in the house. This actually isn't a slip knot at all. I think it's a square knot. We're just gonna make a little smaller. We don't want to catch too big of an animal because that's kind of terrifying. All right, so we're gonna create a thing here, and we got to tie this to the tree. Don't forget to tie it to a really big tree so the animal doesn't get away. Okay, this is probably big enough. It's a really good sized tree. And then we're gonna leave it there and hope that something steps into it, and then we can see what it is. So we're gonna leave, and we're gonna come back later to check on it. All right? Okay. So we gave it a little bit of time, and we're gonna go check and see if I caught anything in my snare. All right? Shh. Gotta be really quiet in case it's still alive. Oh, I think we got something. Look it. This is better than anything I could have ever imagined. I caught a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Oh, this is terrific. Oh, look at this. Oh, this is great. Best purchase ever. You should get one.
Hey everyone, it is.
Hi guys. So as you can see, that was the PB&J snare. One of my best purchases I've ever made, mainly because I'm hungry. You know, speaking of hungry, shoot, we missed it. Anyways, it is currently snack time. Oh, here it comes. Oh, I got one. I got one snack. Here we go. It's a Reese's peanut butter cup. Not sponsored, by the way. We just got, yes. Oh, speaking of survival, best place to survive on camp? The island, aka Adventure Island. It's very nice, very cozy. And you have a lot of fun out there. Up next is our Devo with Emily.
Hey everyone, it is Emily again. I am doing the Devo today, and while I was thinking about what I wanted to share, I actually thought of one of my favorite Psalms, so I'm going to share that with you now. It is Psalm 46. So I will start reading. It says, God is our strength and our refuge, a very present help in trouble. Therefore we will not fear, though the earth gives way, though the mountains be moved into the heart of the sea, though its waters roar and foam, though the mountains tremble at its swelling. There is a river whose streams make glad the city of God, the holy habitation of the Most High. God is in the midst of her, she shall not be moved. God will help her when morning dawns. The nations rage, the kingdoms totter, he utters his voice, the earth melts. The Lord of hosts is with us, the God of Jacob is our fortress. Come, behold the works of the Lord, how he has brought desolations on the earth. He makes wars cease to the end of the earth. He breaks the bow and shatters the spear. He burns the chariots with fire. Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our fortress. So yeah, that is one of my favorite Psalms, specifically for verses 10 and 11, which say, Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our fortress. Because those verses really stick out for me. And like in this society where it's all about the hustle and the bustle and it's about anxieties and all of that, it's a good reminder to just sit back and be in the presence of the Lord and bow down at his throne. And then the reminder that, yeah, the Lord of hosts is with us and the God of Jacob is our fortress. He is where we put our trust. He is where we find our rest. He is everything to us, and he sent his only son to die for us, and we should be thankful for that. But yeah, it's super important to remember to be still and know that he's God and acknowledge that, and go beyond just the sit for 2 seconds and be like, yeah, God is good. Like, take a set amount of time and actually sit down in silence and think about who God is, or meditate on his word, or listen to worship music that is about him and for his glory. And really take some time, especially this weekend, to just worship him for all of the good that he's doing. Like, even though so many things seem bad right now and so many things are uncertain right now, God is still doing good things, and his gospel is still being carried out, and we can rejoice in the Lord, knowing that these times of unknown and times of anxiety and uncertainty, we know that in the end we can just trust in the Lord and give everything to him, and he will forgive us our sins, and he'll purify us from all unrighteousness, and we are grateful for that, because we don't deserve that with any inch of our bodies. We are riddled with sin, and he sent his only son to die for us, and we should be grateful and bask in it, because not everybody acknowledges the immenseness of Christ and what he did for us. So yeah, I hope that you guys have a great weekend and you get some time to relax from all the high stress, and take some time to sit in the Lord's presence and try to listen to what he's saying to you, because I do believe that he's speaking to all of us all the time. We just have to have the ears to listen. So have a good weekend, guys. Thanks for listening.
What do you mean? Fine. You know what? Whatever. Well, my dad just told me. He told me I can't drink water out of my killing plunger. I mean, it's got a perfect cup. I could just go. It's just great, but he just told me I couldn't. You know what? Next segment I guess we can go into is survival tips with Jeff. He always has good stuff. He is always right with surviving. Let's see what Jeff has to say.
All right, hey guys, this is Jeff with another survival tip of the day. You know, a lot of people have been talking about how it's going to be a long, cold winter. It's going to be a hard winter. Well, we found some snow and some ice, and that's a great way to make a shelter to stay in. I'm sure after, it's more of maybe an ice pile, but I'm sure after I dig a little bit in there, I'll be able to fit my body in there for a nice, warm night's sleep, okay? So I'm just going to keep kicking here and try to get myself, oh man, that's pretty firm. But I'll probably be able to make a nice little cave for me to get in there and sleep for the night. Anyways, another survival tip by Jeff.
Wow, this is amazing. I could just, I mean, maybe next winter. Oh wait, I want to have snow next winter. That's weird. Maybe I'll build shelter somewhere else. Thank you, Jeff, for that. That's a great idea. You know what? I think it's time for the weather. Last I checked, it's time for the weather. Let's go do that weather.
Welcome to Out the Window Weather today. Today's theme is survival, as you know. So, I'm going to ask an animal who's surviving himself, okay? We got our tortoise here. We're going to be very careful as we go up on him. We're going to crawl up slowly. We got Kyle the tortoise, okay? Kyle is going to help me here. Oh, he's hiding. He's getting camera shy. Come on, buddy. You were actually featured already in an episode, okay? Here's Kyle. So Kyle's gonna help with the weather, okay? You just tell me the weather, okay? Uh-huh. Really? That's what's happening today? I guess so, the sun's out. Okay, I'll come back in a second. Kyle's letting you guys know that today so far, that we've had sunshine with a little bit of cloud, but mostly sunshine today. It's been beautiful. It is pushing 60, if not already 60 today. Beautiful weather. Okay, what about tomorrow? Okay. No. Did she really do? Okay, we got back to weather. We have conversations sometimes, so back to weather now. Okay. Really? Okay. Awesome. Well, he said that tomorrow is looking beautiful as well as we get into the weekend. The rest of the weekend is looking gorgeous. But as I say, he says too, 50% shine, 50% dark. Okay. This is me and Kyle here, my little buddy. We're signing off without the window weather. Thank you.
You know, I really trust Kyle and his weather telling abilities. I'm so glad Scout is there to translate. He's actually the only one on camp that actually speaks Canadian tortoise like that. Little did you know, Kyle is a Canadian tortoise. Who knew that? I didn't, because I just said it right now. Anyways, looks like it is time to have fun with Herb. Let's go see what Herb's doing.
Hey guys, welcome to another Fun with Herb. Hey, today I want to look at a bunch of bird nests. This might seem like a little bit of a strange time because we're just before when most of the birds are building nests, except woodpeckers and owls. They've already built nests. They probably even have eggs in their nests. All the others are just before when they're going to start to build. But this time of year, when there's no leaves on the trees and all of that, you can actually find a whole bunch of nests from last year because they're easy to see. They might be a little ragged from some weather, but they're actually easy to find. So you should start going on walks in the woods or looking deep in your backyard and looking for last year's nests. Now you're going to find some fascinating things. And in fact, we're going to put on Facebook and on the website a couple of websites that I'd highly recommend that will help you identify bird nests. Like this one here. Come on in close and take a look at this one here. I mean, it's this little hanging basket, and on the inside has got some pine needles all woven in there. This is a fascinating little nest, and this one happened to be built by a red-eyed vireo. That's a very little bird, but they're really common around Minnesota. And boy, just imagine how that thing stood up to all of last year's rain and wind and all of that. And on the websites that we'll put on Facebook and on our website for you to look up, it'll actually give you pictures so you can kind of compare them to what you got. Here's one that I found. Now look at this one. It's really small. It's got some really fine horsehair and stuff in the inside. And then looking on the outside, somewhere it found a whole bunch of twine. So this green twine here, and used it and wove it into the nest. This is actually a goldfinch. They make really small nests, and their eggs are just tiny. On this website, it'll actually give you dimensions and height as to where you might be able to find those. Look, it even has some horsehair tail stuff put in there. So fine, I'm not sure you can see that. Here's one that if you look closely, it kind of has a corner to it. Well, that's because it was built on a ledge up under some eaves, and that corner was right up against the building. And if you look closely, there's a lot of mud in this nest here. Well, this was made by one of the swallows. They use a ton of mud in their nests. Oftentimes their nests are dug into a cliff, or they're set on a platform underneath an eave like that. This one here, you're going to find a bunch of these. Look at the size of this thing. This is actually a robin's nest. You can often tell a robin's nest by just how messy it is. I mean, it's got big twigs and stuff here on the outside. They also have a lot of mud incorporated into their nest. It's usually on the fork of a tree like this, or it's on a flat platform. Again, if you have a home that's got open eaves, they'll find a flat spot that also has a covering. And then this one has some really fine grass inside, and look how deep that is. Okay, that's a robin's nest. Now here's one. I have no idea what this is. I can't find it in the books, and I don't remember what what birds I saw in it. But look at this. It has just made its nest out of anything it could find. Here's some insulation. Must have been a home construction project somewhere that it incorporated into it. And then you'll find this on a lot of nests. It's almost like a little nest inside of a nest. So it makes this super fine weave that it then has down inside this larger mess of stuff. Now, here's the thing, and a bunch of you are probably already noticing that. This is illegal. Yeah, you can't go around collecting nests and bringing them home. We have a permit here at camp so that we're allowed to do this because we're an educational setting, but at home you're not allowed to do that, which is really ridiculous. But so here's what you do. Just take your camera with and get a picture of a whole bunch of them, bring a ruler with and lay the ruler down, a ruler that has centimeters, lay it down so you can see how big this is when you take your picture. And on the websites that we'll give you, like I said, it actually gives some dimensions of the size of these nests that the different birds tend to build and how high up off the ground they are. So, like I said, you wouldn't think that this is a good time of year to be looking for nests because birds have only maybe just started building them, but you'll probably find a lot of last year's and you can see them because all the leaves are gone. So there you go. There's a new project for you. Keep your eyes open when you're out there. Look at all the amazing ways that God has taught birds to build stuff. I mean, that is just a real feat of engineering there. That's phenomenal. So, get out there, see God's creation, and enjoy. Hey, you could even send us some pictures again of the kind of nests that you found, and maybe we can help you identify them. All right, have fun. We'll see you guys later.
Herb just keeps talking. Hello, guys. Did you know birds lay eggs? I didn't. I'm pretty sure that's what their nests are for. Anyways, if you guys could also get your cabin tools in for the week, that'd be amazing. Also, remember that next week we have a big surprise. Monday at 3. It's pretty great. You guys should all tune in. Also, let's go do something at home with Malachi. He's pretty cool.
Today I'm going to be showing you guys the survival tips. So I'm going to show you how to turn a log into a nice cooking top. First thing you need to do, get a drill bit and then just start drilling down. So I now marked how deep we went, so I'm just going to line it up and turn it. That is how far I went. So I'm going to go a little bit below that and then try to angle it up. So I got my 2 holes drilled now. I'm outside, so I'm not in the garage. And I've got some lighting fluid. So I'm going to pour that down there and then try to get a flame down there. So what is going to happen is there's going to be a flame coming out of this hole, and your air intake is right through here. So yeah, if this works out, it's super cool. So let's try it out. All the lighter fluid is burned off, and if you look right down there, you can see a flame. And also, if you look right through this hole, you can see the flame, and it's not coming back out on this side. So this is just an air intake. So later, when this burns up more, then we can actually cook some stuff on it, and I'll show you how to make a little pan out of something you might have lying around. So the first thing you want to do, this is the most dangerous part, is cut into your can. The reason that's most dangerous is it takes the most effort. So then you just cut it around here. And you might not want to use like your best scissors for this because it can dull them. There we go. And then we're just going to cut all the way across. And cut around this side. Just like that. Alright. So this is a little bit dirty, so I'm going to go wash this up really quick and I'll meet you guys back. Okay, so I got this all cleaned up now, and now we are going to start to bend the edges in. So the first thing you want to do is just bend these ones in just a little bit, and be very careful, because like I said, the edges of these are sharp. And then do the same with the other side. I'm going to do that with these sides too. There we go. There were some birds that just flew by. That was loud. It flew right by my leg. Alright, so then you just want to bend these up. Try to get them at a perfect 90. And then with these, you actually kind of want to cut it just a little bit on that corner. Or you can also bend it just like this. Either one will work. So I'm going to go with bending it because I want it to be a little bit more waterproof. And I'll show you why later. So this part's a little bit tricky, but not impossible. And there we go. Now we have a little pan. So then I'm going to wash it up again because my hands were a little bit dirty. And then I'm going to put some oil in it. And when our log is ready, I'm going to cook an egg over it. So yeah. So now I have some little rocks right there. I'm going to put the pan right on top. Still smoking pretty good, generating a lot of heat. But it might be too much heat. So now I'm going to put some oil onto it. And then that won't melt any of the aluminum. So I'm going to do that. So as you can see, it's getting quite hot. The oil is actually bubbling now. So I'm going to start cooking my egg. Alright, bad news, I broke the yolk. Good news is I see it cooking. Time to add a little salt and pepper. There we go. Look at that egg. Alright, the egg should be done by now. Try to grab onto it. There we go. And then I can just set the oil off to the side. Just take the rocks out from underneath it. There we go. I can let that cool down and I can dispose of it properly later. But yeah, there's an egg. Back here just to prove that it's all cooked. There you go. So I guess I gotta try a bite, tell you how it tastes. Tastes like egg. And it's really, really oily. But I was able to cook an egg off of a pop can, so there we go. The thing about this is it burns for a really long time. So this has been burning for a few hours now. There's still no flame coming out of here because this is just your air intake. Up here, lots of fire. So yeah, it's really cool, burns for a long time. So if you just want to have a fire going for a long time and in a different way, so you don't have a fire like that one right there, this fire is a really cool way to go. Not a lot of people see this, so you don't need a log this big. I've done it where it's just a little 4-inch log. So yeah, preferably you'd also want, if you're going to do a smaller log, you'd want this distance to be the same to the edge. So right now I have it a lot further down, so I'd probably want it a little bit higher up if I were to do it again, but it's working just fine. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good rest of your day.
So guys, as you could see, that was a delicious egg. Actually, Malachi mailed the other half of that egg to me. I just finished it. It was quite good. He was right, it was a little oily, but the salt and pepper covered it up really nicely. As always, guys, remember to sign up for summer camp. We are still doing summer. So if you guys could sign up for that, that'd be amazing. Can't wait to see you guys all there this summer. Yeah, that's all we have for today. My name's Tucker Dan, aka Jack. But yeah, that's today's stream. You guys have a wonderful day now. Bye.
Welcome to camp, we're glad you've come. Hope you're ready to have some fun. If you got bad breath, then chew some gum. The summer started and we're glad you're here.